I'm in a writing mood, but I just do not have the heckin' time, you know? That's a lie, okay? Yeah, I don't know if any of you get this way, but like, I have the time is available, but I am just sitting here staring at YouTube videos and not getting anything done. I think the reason that I am stuck in my writing is that, for one, there is this big, huge plot that I am struggling with. It is ginormous. It is the final book in a series, the final book of Avo, if you will. And I've been stuck on it for a long time. I keep trying to write it, and then I kind of write myself into this like awful corner, and I don't know what to do about it. And I've been trying to think of a way to approach it, a way to kind of tackle what is stopping me. Because what happened when I wrote book two, the second book of Avo, was that I got stuck like this for several years. For several years, I got stuck and I didn't know what to write. And I think that had a lot to do with everything that's going on in my life. Was going on in my life at the time. You know, my dad passed away, COVID, I went crazy. Videos on that somewhere buried deep within the annals of my channel. But yeah, like I get stuck sometimes, and I don't want to be stuck for 4 years again. So the best way to not be stuck for 4 years would be to sit down and write. And I've tried this multiple times. I have approached this novel and I've been like, okay, it's time to sit down. It's time to write. It's time to power through. And I hit a wall. I hit this crazy wall and I don't know what to do about it. I think some of you guys probably relate to this in some way. There's one thing where it's like sometimes you don't want to write, but like sometimes it's structural, right? Like there's like a huge structural issue with a story and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what direction to take it. You know, like getting outside advice doesn't really help because it's my story, you know, it's my baby. It's in a primordial soup kind of phase where I don't find the advice of others, the suggestions of others to be all that useful. Like it's never been useful to me to be like, oh God, I'm struggling with this story. Give me some ideas. Because I have ideas. I have tons of ideas. It's just the unique, specific way that I want to put them together is not coming together. And I really want it to. I've been really busy lately. I've been doing a lot of coloring. I finally finished 90 pages of Avo, fully colored those. But now I have a bunch of 9-point to do. And by the time I finish 9-point, there will be more 9-point to do. And by the time I'm done that 9-point, there'll be more Avo to do. And it's endless. It goes on forever. And it's frustrating. And it is a cage of my own making. And it is my own pitfall to make so many comics. And the thing is, I have time. I have time. If I wanted to make time, I would have time. It's just there's other things in my life that I'm trying to make time for. Like I have to fulfill a Kickstarter. I have to do some other projects for other people. And, you know, it just kind of gets all overwhelming on top of everything that I want to be able to take time, sit down, and write. And I've done all my favorite things. I've done all of my favorite things. I have sat down and I have written it on paper. Writing things down on paper, it helps. I printed off everything I'd written and I started rewriting it onto paper, expanding it. And I think I'm stuck at a scene. I didn't write it to a level that I like, and I'm letting myself get stuck on it, maybe. Like, that could be a possibility as to, like, what I've done wrong, but I'm not sure. And I don't know how to get past this scene. I think I need to write something crappy, you know? I have to just finish the scene, move forward. Have more to edit from, like more to pick at and dissect. You know, like, I produce a lot of comics, right? As I was saying, I just finished 90 Avo pages. I finished coloring those. And I wonder sometimes if my output is terrifying to people. I wonder if people get intimidated by the amount of pages that I put out, because I feel incredibly intimidated by the amount of prose that people can write. I find my writing is so slow, and I get very self-conscious about it, because some of the advice, if you want to become like a writer, you know, like a prose writer, not a comic book person like I am predominantly, but like if you want to be a prose person, you got to write more. You got to write short stories, you got to make anthologies, you got to have a book out every year, and that's crazy. I just don't write at that speed. I'm someone who gets stuck on a project for at least 4 years. I prefer for it to be less. The thankful thing about comics is that you write 100 pages and that's 2 years of work, so you only have to inch forward a little bit each time. But like, I don't know, I've just kind of been missing writing. I've been doing so much YouTube, I've been doing so much stuff, you know. I've been putting out videos, I've been doing gaming live streams, I've been needing to start editing said gaming live streams so that I can, you know, monetize them and work on my secondary channel. And all of this makes it, for one, it feels not important to sit down and do my writing, because in all honesty, like, it's going to be a while before like I can monetize a story, because like I don't move fast enough when it comes to my writing, and I don't sell super well with my writing, so it can be very, it just feels like, what's the point, you know? Like, why even put so much effort into doing that? So I kind of doubt myself when I try to sit down and do writing, where I'm like, well, I don't actually need to be writing right now. There's like a million other things on my to-do list that I need to do. And this was kind of like a pitfall that I fell into a while back, like in those 4 years where I didn't do any writing, is that I need to write. It's just important is kind of where it comes down to. It is just good for me emotionally. When I was in a bad place, not writing didn't help me. It just made everything worse. And when I'm feeling better, it's when I'm tackling things with words and stories and creating things and exploring emotions kind of tangentially through my writing. And I think where I am stuck is that I've started writing things down in my notebook and I stopped halfway through a scene. I did this 4 years ago when I stopped in the middle of writing Avo Book 2. I stopped in the middle of the scene and I just couldn't get over that hump, you know? I couldn't continue forward, and I need to sit down and just continue forward past that point so that I can actually delve into something that I am interested in. Hopefully it's some of the other characters rather than Lul. I love Lul, but like, this book has been nothing but Lul, and I need more of the plot to like emerge around it. So yeah, that's where I've been at. I was just wondering if anyone, I don't know, I just wanted to ramble to you guys because it's just my thoughts. I thought that some of you might find this kind of relatable. Maybe anyone relate to these kind of feelings. Other than that, I've just been thinking a lot about writing, and I think that's why I want to get into writing again. Is in my binges of YouTube, I have been reading a lot about writing, and I've been feeling better about it as a medium. I feel like it's so cool, and I want to be a cool person who writes stuff. And in order to do that, you have to actually sit down and do the writing stuff. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow, maybe. I wonder if part of it is I used to write in the middle of the night, and I've been live streaming a lot in the middle of the night. I don't know if I need to cut back on that. I don't really want to cut back on that. I think I just need to be a little more regimented in my writing time, because there are hours in the day where I can do my writing, and I think I need to suck it up and not watch YouTube during those times, and maybe just actually write my stories. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you for listening to this odd one. If you have any writing questions, you should go to the Discord and use the topics section. It's under the YouTube channel, the YouTube Discord channel. The Discord channel, you know how Discord has channels? It's under the YouTube section. There's topics and video suggestions. If I ever delete stuff you are typing in there, it's just because you're not asking a question and you're answering someone else's question, because you're very kind, and I would just appreciate you guys not to muddle up that section, because it makes it difficult for me to find questions to talk about when there's a bunch of discussion going on in that. I do apologize for that. But thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much for listening to my videos. It's been helpful in an otherwise kind of shitty year, you know? Like, if you know, you know. This year has been a weird one. And I'm always hoping that things turn around. And there's always the potential that YouTube is that thing that turns around. Who knows? I will see you guys in the next one. I've said goodbye enough times.